Hey guys, it's Tina. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this simple everyday fall makeup look using only drugstore products. So I got a lot of drugstore products when I was on my vacation in Ontario, Canada, and some of the stuff I got sent to me by the companies. So I thought I would do some first impressions and some kind of mini reviews while I try the products on and do this makeup tutorial. So if you want to see how I created this look using some new drugstore products that I've tried, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start with priming, and I got the NYX Shine Killer Primer, and I got this actually because I heard Kathleen Lights talk a lot about the NYX Angel Veil Primer, but this one is more for a dewy finish. But as I have oily skin, I love to have more of a matte finish, and especially because I am going to go with more of a glowy, like dewy foundation, I really wanted to have more of a matte primer. And this one was right beside the Angel Veil Primer, so I figured it's kind of the same thing, only for oily skin. Not sure, but let's try this out. So I've used this only like a couple of times, and it's clear, so I'm taking a little bit with my fingers, and it has this silicone finish, this kind of silky smooth feel to it. So I'm just going to apply it to the areas where mostly I get oily or where I have pores and where my makeup lasts less time when I don't use primer, which is mostly my T-zone and a little bit on the sides of the nose right here. So I'm going to apply that. And it does make my the makeup that I apply on top of it look a lot smoother, I find, from the couple of times that I used it. So now for foundation, I have a few shades from the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I've heard a lot of good things about the Infallible, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but about this line. I've heard that it's like their best line. So today I'm going to use the 206, and I'm going to use a beauty blender to apply that. So I'm taking a little bit on the back of my hand. This foundation is pretty like liquidy, so you can see it kind of runs right there. So I'm going to take a little bit with my beauty blender and just apply on my skin. Let's see if this shade is good for me. It looks a little bit more pink than I would like, but the more yellow tone, which is the 205, looks a little bit too dark just for now when I'm not tan. So let's try and mix it a little bit with the 202, which is lighter. I'm going to take that one and just apply it a little bit. Yeah, and that one is too pale. So I guess my perfect shade would be to mix those two shades together, the 206 and the 202. But for now, this is good. So this foundation, I guess because it's called the Pro Glow, has more of a glowy, dewy finish. And yeah, I can totally see that. But it's like a nice dewy finish. It's not like greasy or anything like that. And although I do have oily skin, I think this looks pretty nice and natural. What do you think? Yeah, I really like it. It has, I would say, medium coverage, but you can always like build the coverage of a foundation. So for me, that is good for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and use a concealer. I picked up the Maybelline Fit Me concealer because I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, and they only had the shade 15 Fair. So I'm going to hope that it's good for me. I always like my concealer, especially my under eye concealer, to be a shade lighter, but this looks like really light, like too light for me. But you know, it's all they had. Yeah, it's really light. It's all they had, so I'm gonna have to use that. But before that, I'm gonna take the concealer that I use daily, which is my Garnier BB Cream Under Eye Roller. And this one is pretty dark, so that would be good, because then mixed with this one it's not going to be too light. So I'm going to apply a little bit of that. So then I'm going to blend it with the pointed side of my beauty blender. And then I'm going to apply this concealer just to brighten the under eye area. Looks okay. Like this. I'm also going to apply a little bit on the bridge of my nose and right here in between my eyebrows to highlight. Because why not? And now I'm going to go ahead and blend it. Yeah. So that looks good. I'm actually going to take a little bit of that concealer on some blemishes that I have. And I'm actually really impressed with this foundation. As someone with oily skin, it looks pretty like a healthy glow. Although I usually like to use more of a matte foundations. When I got this on the mail, I actually went to the drugstore, and I saw that they have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have a matte version of the Infallible foundation. So I really want to try that one out, but now that I see how this one looks on, it actually looks pretty nice. Really nice. This concealer has a very nice full coverage. Impressed. So now to set that, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I have the shade 110. So I'm going to take that on a big fluffy brush. This is by Sigma F20. I'm just going to set my foundation with that. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush, like the F35, to set my under eye with that same powder. We'll see how that goes. I hope it doesn't crease. Ooh, that looks nice. I'm impressed so far with all of the things that I'm using. That's good. So, after I'm done with that, we are going to contour. Now, I have a few options. I do have the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Everybody and their mama were talking about it on YouTube, so I had to get it. I really like the scent of it. Okay, everybody is talking about the scent of it. To me, it smells like butter, like popcorn butter. I don't know why. A lot of people say that it smells like pina colada or like a tropical escape or like pineapples. I can smell pineapples. It does smell tropical, but for some reason it has like a hint of a butter, like a popcorn butter in it. I don't know, I might be crazy, but it makes sense with this, the name of it, Butter Bronzer, you know. It's really smooth, I've used it a lot, I love it. So because of that, I think I'm not going to use it today because I want to try something new. I have these from L'Oreal. It's they're the Infallible Pro Contour. And I already tried that one out, so I think I'm going to try these. Now I have two of them. I have the shade, it has like a highlight and a contour shade, and I have the shade Light and Deep. So this is light, this is deep, obviously. So let's see those. First of all, let's swatch the contour shades of both of these. Okay, that's nice. Okay, that's pigmented. It's really nice. So this is the light one, this is the dark one. The light one is a lot more cool toned. The dark one is a lot warmer and a lot darker. You can see them right here. So this one's a lot darker and warmer, and this is a lot cooler. And just because I'm pale right now, I'm not self-tanning, I think I'm going to go for this one, the light one. And actually, for the highlighting shade, this highlight looks pretty matte. I don't know. No, it's like it's not matte. It's not matte at all. It's like white, but it has like a golden undertone to it. And then the highlighting shade on the Deep Duo is a lot more like blush to me for my skin tone. Probably it's more like a peachy tone, but it's really nice. It has like a golden sheen to it. So I'm going to use the contour from the Light Duo, and I'm just going to take my Sigma F23 contour brush. It does come with a brush, but I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of grabs the cheekbone really nicely. You know what? Let's try this, but only for the cheekbone. Then I'm gonna use that to diffuse maybe. I'm going to take a little bit. It's not really comfortable to take the color with it because it has this dip in it. And it creates a lot of fallout. So I don't really like it to pick up the color, but well, it creates a chiseled cheek, but I don't like how it picks up the color. So no, we're gonna pass. I'm gonna use my brush for this. That's better. That's a really nice contour shade. I really like it. It's cool toned. It applies smoothly. No patches or harsh lines or anything. Applies evenly. It's really nice. Especially now for the winter time. I don't have any good cool toned bronzers, like really cool tone like this one. So it's not a bronzer, it's a contour shade. So for contouring, this is perfect. So I like it. Let's try the highlighting shade a little bit on my cheekbones with the Sigma F03. I'm going to take this one from the Light Duo and apply it a little bit to my cheeks. Let's see what that does. But it applies a really nice settled glow. It has like a really light golden tone to it. It's really natural though. I might go over with a little bit more of a highlight after that, just to intensify it a little bit. So now for blush, I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush, and I used to love it back in the days, and now I want to try it again. I have the Rose Petal. This is a fairly new one, and I like to use my fingers to apply that. That's really nice. It feels really nice. So I'm going to apply a little bit of that. You totally can use that before you set your foundation. I'm always doing this mistake, applying cream products after my powder, but it works. That's okay. So that's a really nice light peachy pink color, a very light peachy pink, but it's great because I'm pale, so that works. So maybe I was thinking maybe I would use this one as a blush topper on top, just to see. Let's take the F40 brush and apply just a little bit on top. That's a nice combo. That's a nice color. It has like a peachy golden tone to it. Is that too much? I don't know. Just going crazy right here. That's a pretty nice blush actually. So if you are fair, check out this duo for this color as a blush. It's actually really nice and glowy. I like how it looks like. Alright, so now I want to emphasize my highlight a little bit more, and intensify it. So I'm going to take the Balm Mary Luminizer. This is a little bit more expensive than any other like products on the drugstore, but it is drugstore, so I'm going to take a little bit of that, and that is my favorite highlight of all times. Yes, and I'm not afraid to say it. This is gorgeous. As always, you know I use it a lot. That's really nice. Can you even tell that my face right now is fully only drugstore makeup? This looks like high-end greatness. Not that drugstore makeup is not good. I mean, this is just to show that you don't have to spend a lot of money to look flawless, you know? So now for my brows, I'm just going to comb them through with a spoolie a little bit. And then I'm going to fill them in. And actually to fill them in, I'm going to use an eyeshadow because I don't have any like pencil or anything like that. And I'm going to use the L'Oreal La Palette in Nude. So it looks like this. I think they have two of them. They have this one and they have another one with more cool tone eyeshadows, I believe. So I'm going to open that. They have a brush right here and a mirror. So it's a really nice palette. They have some really nice neutral toned, warm toned colors, but they also have some cool toned as well. So that's nice. You have like a cooler transition shade and a warmer transition shade. You have some mattes, some shimmers. You have a nice highlighting shade. I wish they had a black just so I can travel with it, because I always reach for a black eventually. But that's okay for like a neutral or like a brownish smoky eye as well. For everyday, that's great. So I'm going to take this color, which is a matte brown shade, and I'm going to fill in my brows with this, with my E65 angled brush by Sigma. I don't like to use too dark of a color on my brows because they are pretty full on their own. I just fill in any gaps to create kind of a shadow. So that's it actually, just a little bit. So I like to use a lighter shade in my actual brow hairs so it won't look too much. Yeah, that's it. Done with my brows. That was quick. So now we are going to move on to the eyes. Let me zoom you in. So I still have no idea what I'm going to do on my eyes, but I'm thinking about more of a neutral look because I am going to use the same palette, but with like a more smoked out outer corner lashes, like a smoked out liner. We'll see. So first, as a base, I'm going to use the Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo in Barely Banded, and this one is champagne color. I'm going to use my finger to apply that. These are great as eyeshadow bases at the drugstore. I have a lot of them and they are really nice. They keep their the eyeshadow on for longer and prevent it from creasing. So I'm going to apply that, and it's also really nice and shimmery, so I bet you can use it as a cream highlight as well. So first I'm going to take, let's see, I think I'm going to take this warm color right here and use it on a fluffy brush. I'm using the Sigma E25. I'm going to take that to my crease. Oh wow, that's pigmented. Didn't expect that. Okay, so this goes on really softly and smoothly. Didn't have any fallouts when I tapped the brush in it like that, and doesn't have any fallouts at all. So that's good, but the pigmentation is really nice. Usually when you don't have any fallouts at all, it means the eyeshadow is more dry, and when it's too dry, it doesn't transfer well to the lid or to the actual skin. But this one is actually really nice. You can see the warm shade of it. I really like this color. I'm going to take a little bit under my lower lash line as well. So now for all over the lid, I'm going to take this shade right here, which is like a pinky champagne color. And I'm going to take my E55 brush from Sigma and apply that all over the lid. That looks really nice on top of the base that I used. They both are really like shimmery, not shimmery, but they have a sheen to them. That's a really nice color right there. And I'm going to highlight with the shade right next to it, which is this white shade. I'm going to take, it has just a little bit of a sheen to it, but not too much. I'm going to take it under the eyebrow with that same brush. And I'm also going to take it to the inner corner of my eye, right there. I really like how glowy this whole area looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to deepen the crease a little bit with the Sigma E45 brush, and I want to take something that's actually, let's use the same color, the matte shade that I used on my brows. I'm going to take that a little bit into the crease just to deepen it a little bit more, and a little bit under the lower lash line, only on the outer half, to darken it a little bit. Then on the very outer corner, I'm going to use this color, which is a brown that's a little bit more shimmery. It's more a cool tone brown. I'm going to take that and apply it with the same brush, only on the outer edge of my eye, and then blend it out and sweep it outwards and upwards on this outer corner. I'm going to create a little bit more of a cat eye shape today, so I'm going to focus on the outer corner. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to, I think I'm done with the palette. Now I want to create a smoked out eyeliner. I'm going to take the NYX Treasure Lee eye kohl in pitch black. I heard Kathleen Light again talk about it a lot, so I wanted to try it out, and it is really, really dark. So I'm just going to trace it along my upper lash line because I want to create more of a smoked out outer corner. So I'm taking it from the center of my upper lash line out, and I'm making it a little bit thicker as I go out, like that. So you can see I start pretty thin, and then I go thicker on the outer corners. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush, and just smudge it out. Don't worry about it being messy, because I am going to apply some brown eyeshadow to make it look a little bit softer in a second. And then I'm going to go over with a pencil liner on top. So when I'm done smudging out my eyeliner really messily, I'm going to apply a brown on top. I'm going to use the same brown that I used on my crease and on my brows. And with that same pencil brush, just going to go on top of this black pencil. That is going to set it and make it look a little bit softer. And it's also going to blend in nicely with the rest of the shades. When I'm done, I'm going to zoom you in so you can see closer how it looks like. I don't know if you can see a lot from that distance. Maybe I should zoom you in a little bit more. Is that better? So I'm just blending the brown eyeshadow on top. Like so. I really like how it looks like. I think the eyeshadows are surprisingly pigmented and soft and blendable. So now I want to clean out this outer corner a little bit. So I'm going to take the white that I used to highlight on that corner. I'm just going to apply it a little bit under here. And although it's a little bit shimmery, it still looks pretty nice on that, under the outer corner right here. So that will clean out the outer edge a little bit. And I also want to take a small flat brush, and I want to try out this gold. It really calls my name. So I'm going to try this gold, which is a really subtle gold, on the very inner corners, just under the tear duct. Just to add a little bit more of a jewel tone, something to the eye. So this one is not as pigmented. This is the first color that is not really good. So I'm going to go ahead for a liner. I have the Voluminous Noir liner, the liquid eyeliner from L'Oreal, which looks like this. I'm going to open it, and this is like a pen eyeliner, which I haven't used in a very long time. I think the last time I used a pen liner was when I was working at MAC, which was like 5 years ago. Recently I was using gel liners more, so this should be interesting to go back to that. All right, we got it out. So it looks really sleek, really nice. I like it. Let's see the tip of it. Oh wow. That looks really nice. Ooh, It's a really thin line, like an effortless line. I barely touch my hand. It's super black and super thin, and it's like a felt tip. That's really nice. Okay, I hope it's not going to dry out quickly. So now to emphasize the lash line, I'm just going to go with this. Oh my god, I haven't used a pen liner in such a long time. Okay, the good thing about this is that it's really thin, so it allows you to be really precise, but at the same time it's really pigmented and really black. Could you even see what I was doing? I'm always out of frame when I do eyeliner. It's really hard, trust me. So I just lined a thin line on top, and then I make it thicker as I go out. I always like to do that. And then let's just wing it out a little bit. I always say a little bit and then it's a lot. All right. So that's on fleek. Just going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, so that's a really dramatic eyeliner. I didn't intended it to be that way, so I might remove just a little bit from the outer corners. So just a second, I'm gonna remove a little bit. I don't want it to be that long. So I fixed the liner, I made it a little bit shorter, and then I want to just darken the outer corners a little bit more. So I'm going to take this shimmery brown again on the, where is it? There it is, on the E45, and just darken this outer corner a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to line my waterline with the NYX Treasure pencil as well. And then we're going to curl the lashes and apply some mascara. So I have two mascaras to choose from. Both are from Maybelline. So I have the Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt Waterproof mascara, and then I have the Voluminous Feline mascara. Now on the cardboard it said, like on the packaging, it said, I believe if I'm not mistaken, that this one is to define the outer corner lashes. It has this little kind of butterfly wing shaped wand, and this one is for like a volumizing mascara. I think I'm going to go with the Voluminous Feline just because I want volume. I'm all about that volume with mascaras always. So let's see. Okay, so this is how the wand looks like. It's this spiky wand. I don't know if you can see, it's not focusing. So it's that spiky plastic wand. So let's go ahead. Okay, so it definitely separates the lashes, which I like because I don't really like spider lashes, and it really like prevents clumps and things because of the stiff bristles that really comb the lashes through. So that's nice, but and I believe, I guess that's what also adds the volume, because the fact that it separates and coats each lash with mascara individually. So I thought I'm gonna apply some lashes, some falsies by Ardell, but I think I'm going to keep it natural because I feel that that's enough for the lashes, so I'm just going to keep it like that. So for my lips, I'm going to go ahead first with a lip pencil from NYX, and this is, I believe, is a new line that they have. It's the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and it has this part which is usually like a little bit more glossy. They have it matte, and they have a really nice like shade range. So I grabbed this one, which is Soft Spoken. So I'm going to outline my lips with this and then fill them in. I absolutely love this shade for everyday, especially for fall. It looks gorgeous. It's like your lip color but better color, which I'm all about that kind of colors. But I want to add something a little bit more on top of it. So I have two types of products from L'Oreal. I have those Le Matte. So this is La Palette, this is Le Matte. Velvety full coverage lip color. And when I swatch those swatch like a dream. They're so soft. You can see it right. I swatched it right on top of the eyeliner. So they're really soft. They swatch really nicely. They have a full color. And I have the shade 108, 100, and 203. Oh, they have names. Yeah, this is called Matte for Me, which is really cute. This one is Lacquerized, I think. I can't really see. And this one is Matte of Fact, like Matte of Fact. Cool. So this one is the most suitable one, I think, for fall because it's more purplish. But for today I wanted to try something pretty neutral, so these would be too much of a color for me. Just for today, I think these are more good for like summertime. But today I'm going to try these. I think this is La Palette Lip. So this is La Palette Nude. This is La Palette Nude Lip. Okay, so I have two of them, and I have the shade Nude and Ruby. So this is again more of a reddish toned colors. You have a lip brush and you have a mirror and these colors right here. This one looks really nice though. Let's set that aside. And then this is the nude one. It looks like this. I actually picked up some of the colors with the brush and swatched them on my hand when I just got it because I couldn't wait. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with this nude. I think I'm going to go with this shade right here, which is like a brownish dark mauve shade. So I'm going to actually use the brush that comes with it. Let's see, which is a really nice brush. It's small, but it's really nice. So I'm going to take that shade and apply on top of the liner. Ooh, that's pigmented. Surprisingly pigmented. Usually those types of lip colors in a pan, usually they are pretty sheer, but this one is pretty pigmented. So this one went on pretty smoothly, so I'm impressed. And you actually get pretty much the same color that you see in the pan on your lips because it's really, really pigmented. So I'm excited for that. It feels like not even a gloss, but like a creamy lipstick. That's how it feels like a creamy lipstick. And it's nice. I like how it looks like. I like it, so thumbs up for this. So this is the final look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you will try it out. All the products that I mentioned in this video are going to be listed down below on the description bar of this video. As always, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on the way out and to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to talk to you all next Saturday. Bye.